Welcome to Coffee Havoc number 2. So, I want to talk about this morning because this morning I went off. I literally went ape shit crazy. Not batshit crazy, but ape shit crazy. Now the reason, you guys been with me from the beginning, then you know for a fact that I have struggled, and I'm still struggling, and I'm struggling in life, and it really sucks that, this is the one world in the country that no matter what you do in life, you can't get your dream job and you can't be happy without some sacrifice. Alright, so I don't have a problem with sacrifice. I've sacrificed my entire life for my family. And that's why I went off this morning because, a lot of people in my family don't understand how it feels when you wake up and realize, and I've had this realization more times than I can count, but today it has to be one of the last days that I've reached fuck it, because I'm sick and tired of not having anything. I'm sick and tired of trying to be the good guy, playing the bad guy, playing the good guy. When I know deep down, I'm probably the bad guy playing the good guy, playing the bad guy. And yeah, I did get that from Supernatural. But that's just a stated fact. I have spent the majority of my life taking care of people and places and things that didn't belong to me. And the fact that I have bent over backwards for my family and have nothing to show for it because they're either too greedy, too selfish, or too heartless and just don't give a flying fuck that I'm almost 50 years old. And I have done nothing with my life but suffer for these people. And I'm not by myself. My eldest sister has suffered, not mostly for me because we're only 3 years apart. So whatever suffer she's going through, I was going through. But my older sister actually got her career. I've never gotten a chance to get mine. I initially wanted to be a police officer. That didn't happen due to the fact that my siblings were dating people who dabble with illegal paraphernalia. And I pretty much got stabbed in my back by my family at every turn that I've made. At every chance that I've had at happiness, my family has pretty much destroyed it. Every chance they got. Dating people who would not do the right thing. Getting pregnant by these people and having their babies and making me have to drop everything at my job to go get their children because instead of doing the right thing and making these men go do their damn job when they weren't being locked the fuck up, I never got a chance to live my life. This YouTube channel is all I've got. It's the only thing that keeps me sober. It's the only thing that keeps me from going out hurting people. It's the only thing that keeps me breathing. And people don't seem to get that, I had my life planned out. And all it took was one bad moment. And my life went from going to the top to a downward spiral that has never stopped. I had my heart broke. I got exceptionally depressed. I joined the military because I didn't just need a job. I joined the military to die. I joined the military because I knew that somewhere there I would find somebody, some people who gave a flying fuck about me. So when I rock these dog tags, that's why. Because when I got into Bravo, I got a few people in Bravo that love me. Fusco and Low, my bros. Always and forever, man. All hell the infantry. Those guys are my fucking family. I hope they're watching. My drill sergeant's not so much. Maybe Drill Sergeant Robbins, because I was closest to his age when I got in there. I was 37, he was 42. But the drill sergeants that was above him, Drill Sergeant White was okay. Drill Sergeant Stoltz was a dick. I'm sorry. I don't have no ill will toward him now. But, this guy kind of abused his power a little bit. From there, I went to golf. And another two drill sergeants, Drill Sergeant Walsh and Drill Sergeant Shorty Bebop, he was taller than me, they abused their power. So it didn't help me any, you know. But when I got to Delta, Drill Sergeant Aztec Warrior, that would be Drill Sergeant Amiskwa, Drill Sergeant Armbird, Drill Sergeant Hayes, man, they picked up this old man and gave me purpose, strength, and family. I had what I needed in Delta, but my injury from Bravo fucked up everything. Also, an act of God and lightning kept me from shooting the day that I was fully loaded. And then I got home and I got depressed again. Got to drinking. You know, every weekend the Biltmore knew James. As James was up there spending $40 Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I would drink vodka. Come home. You know, my buzz would get killed. I only drank to get buzzed. I never drank to get drunk. So, you know, feeling right, but I'm depressed. I'm not happy. I'm depressed. And my life ain't getting no better. You know. Went through some drama with an ex-girlfriend. Had some legal problems. But now to the point where I had to go to jail, you know. Hope she's fine, wherever she is. You know. The only slap in the face would be if I find out that she married another black man when she could have married me, but, you know, she didn't. I'll get over it, eventually. But I'll still be angry as fuck about it because, you know, when somebody loves you, their color really shouldn't matter, especially if you led them on for 2 years, making them think, hey, we're going to get married, we're going to have a fucking happily ever after and all that. Yeah, guys, we dream of that shit too. Any man that tells you don't, well, that's because they're getting all kinds of pussy and they're not getting relationships. I'm sorry for being foul. This video is definitely not for children now. But, you know, so I fell into more depression. Started having bad thoughts about hurting myself. I had thoughts about killing myself. Then I had a hip replacement. Stuck into more depression because it took the one thing away from me that no one could take from me except an act of God, which was my Kung Fu. I was out of Kung Fu for 5 years. 5 years out of Kung Fu. 4 technically, because in that 4th year I just reached, fuck it. If I don't do Kung Fu, I'm going to die. My dad died 5 years ago. They gave me painkillers before he died. Painkillers is why I couldn't go see him that instant. I had to find somebody to drive me. I had to drive an hour and a half to Richmond. I had to go and look at my father. I had to go through all these changes and shit, and people's true colors started coming out when you start handing out money and things, and they don't want to hand that shit back to you, but they want to smile in your face. Another reason why I went off, because 4 people owe me money, and they laugh in my face. All of them family, one of my sisters, one of my brothers, 2 of my cousins, completely cut me out of their life, you know. And, you know, I need money. I got a book deal working on. I need $2,000 more, but that ain't the point. I got a hole in my ceiling. You know, giving back some of the money that I lent out would help me be able to help my mom fix the hole in the ceiling and help me get my book deal off the ground. You see, I didn't have to give them that money. I lent them that money because I wanted to be loved by my mom, which is another reason, again, I went off this morning. And the thing is, you know, life ain't fair. I knew that. I learned that the hard way growing up because I'm the second of 7 children, and the 5 kids under me have basically had it better than me from the day they were spat out. And they've still laughed in my face to this day. They have screwed me out of my life and they don't give a damn. And I'm going to tell you, when people give a damn about you, they make changes to stop hurting you and start helping you. You see where I'm going with that? Because, see, people can say they're sorry, but how many times are you going to step on my shoes and say you're sorry and then turn around the next day and step on my shoes again, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day? I want to be an actor because it makes me happy. I want to make movies because it makes me happy. I can still be poor and be happy. But if I'm in front of that camera, I'm alive. I'm never alive unless I'm in front of that camera or in this goddamn Scarlet Spider suit. Because the only time I feel alive, is the only time I feel important, is when I'm not looking at me. When I'm pretending to be someone else, which is why a lot of actors get into this business, because any life is better than the life that they started with. Which is, again, why if I ever got my own show, you'd have to pay me to leave the show. You couldn't just write me off. Because I'm like, yo, I'm in the show forever. Even if I ain't got but like 2 lines an episode, I'm in the show. Because I want to be happy. Above all else, I want to be happy. Yeah, I got a crush on a woman who will probably never give me the time of day. But you never know. God works in mysterious ways. But I'm tired of not being happy. I'm tired of suffering. I'm tired of every day I get up and it's the same routine. Lack of responsibility. I'm forced to do things that I should have never had to do in the first place. I could have had a great life, but I don't because everyone else refuses to do the right thing. And all the right things ever done for me has been right for everyone else and wrong for me. And yet the people that I've done the right thing for smiles in my face, owes me money, buys shit, cut me out their life, post this shit up on Facebook, Instagram, and forget that I'm in their list. And just be smiling and cheesing and be like, yeah, look what I got, look what I got. I got this brand new thingamajig. Or this brand new thingamajig. Let me post that shit. Whole time knowing your life is good because mine ain't. You don't suffer because I've suffered. I'm not a messiah. I do not have a God complex. But what I have is a right and wrong dexterity complex. Because see, I've done the right thing all my life. I ain't no saint. I swear a lot. I swear a whole lot. But I've taken care of kids that my dick didn't create. I've lost jobs to get kids off the bus that my dick didn't create because their fathers were in jail. But none of my siblings or anybody else in my family has looked back once and said, damn, we done took this man's life. We done took away his teenhood. He never got to be a child because of us. He never got to be a teenager. He had to work since he was 14. And whatever, he wasn't spending money on car payments and other stuff. We were getting his money too. We didn't let him know that, but we were getting it. No, but I ain't dumb. I knew. I knew from the fucking jump. Because, you know, my car payment when I was in high school won't but like $175. I'm bringing $350 home, so my car insurance was $175. So I'm paying $175 for a car payment and $175 for car insurance, and my paycheck is anywhere between $350 to $345, depending on how the week went. Working at Kegler's, where's the rest of my money going? I take out $20 every time to put gas in the car. I'm 16, I'm living at home, so I'm eating for free. So where's the rest of the money going? But it goes back to childhood when child support was being peddled from me and nobody was telling me the truth. Yet when a kid lies, we get our ass beat. You know, which is why I kind of went off this morning. So as I explain myself to you, you have to understand, I never got the chance to be a child. I never got the chance to be a teenager. I couldn't go out on dates because I had a job. I had to work. I had to take care of my car payments, my insurance, and whatever extra went into the family. And none of those family members looked at me and said, damn, thank you, damn, we're sorry, damn, what have we done? No, they lived their lives. They went off and got children. They went off and had babies by motherfuckers that didn't want nothing to do with them. And I suffered. My elder sibling, she suffered. She bust her ass to get the roof, which is over our head right now. To get us out of the project, she bust her ass. We don't know what she wanted to do with her life. No one asked her. No one gave a fuck. Because, hey, let's get pregnant. Hey, let's go deal with these dumbass boys that don't want nothing to do with us. Hey, let's go get married to people who's going to cause us grief because they're supposed to be holier than thou. Because they're people of God. Well, I've come to learn that some of the people of God are some of the worst people on earth. If you're a true person of God, you don't go around causing strife, chaos, and disorder. Go to church on Sunday, pray for forgiveness, and come back on Monday and throw a grenade in a crowd of people like you do every day of the week. That's not being a person of God. Just like the young black lady who was smearing over the Black Lives Matter campaign in Jesus' name. Now you tell me one time in the Bible where Jesus done went somewhere and caused panic, chaos, and disorder in the name of God. He hasn't. Or maybe you reading the Bible of Lucifer. But let's not forget, let me smack myself in the face on that, because everybody has forgotten that Lucifer was God's first angel. Right-hand man. He was the spear that stabbed Shaka Zulu in the chest, which is why he went to hell. I was great to say that if I live long enough, or if I die and get to heaven, the first damn thing I would ask God is, why the hell did you create the devil? If that hadn't happened, wouldn't be no evil people on the planet. But people aren't evil because the devil. People are evil because they choose to do evil. Again, another reason why to go off this morning. But what I really went off this morning is because I had a revelation. I had an epiphany. And I looked at myself and said, I do not want to get up tomorrow and hate myself like I have for the last 40 years of my life, because of where I am and where I could have been had doing the right thing helped me more than it helped everyone else. Because, see, my life was planned out. See, in the 4th grade, I wanted to be a scientist. I failed the 4th grade. Science wasn't for me. I wanted to be a cop from that point on, because police officers are the closest things I can get to superheroes. When I joined the Army, I thought this guy on my shirt could be me. Commando, Snake Eyes, baddest motherfucker on the planet. I already had the martial arts down. All I needed was the military training. Granted, I was trained by a Green Beret when I worked at Kegler's. All my uncles were in the military. Freedom ain't free, so might as well do my fucking part. Throw them chair shoes on. Put them damn boots. Put on them dog tags. Put on that army blouse. Do them push-ups, boy. Soldier on. And all the while, family never looked back and said, damn, we have robbed this man of his youth. He is almost 50 years old, and he's gotten to do nothing with his life but take care of us and our children. We're on the 4th generation of children for this family. Because, you know, you got to count your parents as the 1st generation. Technically, they're 2nd generation because my grandmother is still alive. So you got your grandma's generation, your aunts and uncles, which is the 2nd. I'm like the 3rd. My nephews ends up for the 4th. Metaphorically, we on the 5th generation, because one of my sisters just had a 1-year-old. My niece got 2 babies. So they like the 5th generation of this family. And granted, I'm going to give it to my niece that got her 2 kids, because she ain't not one time in her entire existence since she's had her children came to me and said, Uncle James, you gonna watch my kids. No. She was a graceful young lady and said, you know what, I'm not going to let you do that. I'm not going to put you through that. And I thank you very much for that, young lady. I'm leaving names off for a reason. Maybe some of that should have rubbed off on her mother, but it didn't. Because she's one of the people why I went off this morning. Just like my brother, one of the people that made me go off this morning. Because, see, when you do something for somebody, when you lend them something, they are supposed to pay you back. Not smile in your face and go buy new rims. Not smile in your face, get a stereo, go on a vacation and talk about it in front of you like you not standing there. Another reason to go off. But the real reason I went off is because I looked in the mirror and realized that my entire life has been taken from me. Not by a bullet, not by a knife, by blood. By motherfuckers who were so selfish that they didn't give a flying fuck if I took a breath other than to watch them or their kids. And my life passed me right on by. And they have not changed. They have not made moves. They have not done one thing. Oh, I gotta thank you. Well, let me tell you about thank you. Because I'm going to tell you about thank you and I'm sorry. They may be 2 sides of the same coin. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, this is for me? Thank you. It's good to have manners. It's good to use manners where you actually mean it. Because here's that thing about I'm sorry. I'm sorry does not undo the act of aggression. If I punch you in the face and I said I'm sorry, it must have happened on a movie set. Because then I'm actually sorry. It was an accident. I overstepped the X and extended my arm too far. You took one in the chin for the team. I'm sorry. That's something I really mean. But let's say every time Then we get to that scene, I overstep that X and hit you in the chin. Sooner or later, a real fight's gonna break out. Because no matter how many times I said I'm sorry, I've overstepped that fucking X and hit you in the chin. You're not gonna want to keep taking that shit. You're gonna be a human just like me, and you're gonna flip the frack out and hit me back. Which I would be well deserved, especially if I've done this 5 times in the same damn day. No. Now here's how I'm sorry works. I bumped into you just like I did with the fist thing. I apologize sincerely. It never happens again. I'm sorry. Now in the other case of I'm sorry was just made you to feel better about me being stupid and hitting you 5 or 6 times during a fucking scene or every damn day. See, you're not sorry if you keep repeating the same offense over and over and over. And most of the time people say, I'm sorry, to make the person that they're apologizing feel a little bit better about themselves in that moment in time. Now, here's what thank you means. Thank you means I am very grateful for what you've done, and I'm going to do better so that you don't have to suffer as much. However, if thank you means thank you, see you tomorrow, same damn shit can happen again for 40 some odd damn years. How many times can you reach fuck it before you decide, no, I'm not doing this shit anymore? Today was that day where I decided I'm not doing this shit anymore. I'm tired of not getting up and living for me. I'm tired of getting up and breathing air to take care of someone else's problem because people are either not grown enough to tell people the truth, or they just refuse to, or they just don't give a damn about how other people feel and would prefer to see me suffer than succeed, which has been my family's issue from day one. They had much rather see me suffer than succeed. I get it. You don't give a damn. It's enough said. You don't give a damn. I get it. But here's that thing. When people stop giving a damn about you, eventually you stop giving a damn about you. And that's how we got to this point. My worth has been worthless since the day my siblings were born. And I've been made to feel that way for a very, very long time. That shit's over. As well as this video. So if you want to know why I went off, I've been feeling worthless for 40 years. My life has meant nothing to me for 40 years. Because my family has made me feel like I am a piece of shit for 40 years. I'll be 47 next month. And what can I say I've done with my life? I don't have any kids. I don't have a wife. I got a crush on a beautiful girl who will never give me the time of day because I'm not that blessed. However, again, all hope is not lost because God works in mysterious ways, and I've been praying. And I've been praying a lot. The one thing I do got going for me, but I don't have money to make this happen any faster, is I got a book deal. Possibly 2. But see, I ain't got nobody to support me because my main support system died in my car 5 years ago. How did the people that I lent money got money? Because my main support system died. And see, where there's a will, there's a way. Which is why I'm never giving up on my crush until we meet face to face and she decides I'm not the person that she wants to be with. You know? But you never know. Things happen. God works out most of the things. I just got to keep praying and keep believing. But I can't change my family because they would have changed within the first 20 years of this shit. But they didn't. So I can pray for change or I can make change. And from this day forward, I'm going to make change. I'm done playing nice. I'm done helping people. And I'm going to start living for me. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Thank you guys very much for watching. Be seeing you.